Heir of the Octant. Chapter 1. The Closed Club Zone. The fog didn't creep across the ground. It hung, thick, milky gray, with the taste of wet iron and rotting pine needles. Arthur Sterling didn't like getting his shoes dirty. He was wearing calfskin shoes, custom made in London, but here, among the rotting larches and rusty skeletons of Soviet equipment, they looked incongruous, almost as incongruous as the notary's order in his inside pocket to acquire the controlling interest in holding Octant 9. The heir must present a valid marriage certificate. Deadline, 30 calendar days. The old men from the council thought they were backing him into a corner. They were expecting him to bring back one of the silly, perfumed girls from the philanthropic soiree. Arthur stopped in front of the biological station's porch. The wooden steps were rotten, and moss was sticking out of the cracks. Something clicked monotonously and dryly inside. He pulled the heavy handle. The door gave way with a mournful creak. A woman sat at a desk, littered with yellowed charts and flasks of murky water. She wore a threadbare, oversized wool sweater and a heavy protective apron. In her right hand, she held a gray plastic case with a black sensor bell, a Geiger counter. 300 micro-wrenches again. At the edge of the array, she said, without turning her head. Her voice was dry, slightly hoarse from the dampness. I told them the fog thickens in autumn. They don't listen. I didn't listen either, Nora, Arthur said quietly. She froze. For a second, the clicking of the device stopped, as if the sound was stuck in her throat. Nora slowly turned. 6 years ago, she simply didn't come home, didn't leave a note, didn't pick up her things. She took only her travel microscope. Her face had changed. The softness he remembered was gone. Sharp cheekbones, dark circles under her eyes, a back as straight as a taut rope, but her eyes remained the same, too light, almost transparent. You're late, Arthur, she said calmly, as if he'd come to a casual meeting at a restaurant rather than found her at an abandoned station in the middle of nowhere. Your tea has gone cold. 6 years ago. I need a marriage, he replied, ignoring her tone and stepping forward. His heel clicked on the rotten board. A legal document for 1 year. You get any number in the funding for your anomaly column and complete immunity. Nora placed the meter on the table. The device continued to click dryly, measuring a danger level, visible only to it. You're still the same, she said, tilting her head slightly. You come into someone else's chaos with a ready-made invoice. Do you think your family assets are still active here? A boy ran out from the depths of the dark corridor, about 5 years old. He was wearing an oversized jacket with a broken zipper. He wasn't afraid of the stranger in the expensive coat. He simply stopped at Nora's feet, holding a rusty wrench. Arthur froze. A sticky, heavy silence hung in the air. Only the Geiger counter counted down the seconds. Click, click. Arthur looked down at the child. Dark, almost black hair, combed back to the same side as the Sterling men had for the past 300 years. The same eye shape, the same barely noticeable scar above his right eyebrow. A family mark that appears in every firstborn. The boy looked at Arthur without childish curiosity, seriously, like an adult. Then the child silently raised his pen and pointed to the corner of the room. There, from an old steel pipe, water was falling directly into the cast iron sink. Drip, drip, drip. The boy lowered his hand, looked into Arthur's eyes, and quietly said, It's still dripping, even if you close your eyes. Arthur felt his fingers clench in his leather gloves. The heir to an empire, a man accustomed to managing billions of dollars, suddenly forgot how to take his next breath. Whose child is this, Nora? Nora took the boy by the shoulder, gently pressing him to her. Her face remained completely unreadable. This is Mark, and he's mine, she said. And he's having lunch soon. It's not recommended for outsiders to be here because of the background noise. Arthur took a step toward the boy, but Nora blocked his path. You'll answer the question, won't you, Arthur? She asked, almost whispering. Why did you really come here?